Most people think there is a single exact number when it comes to vaginal depth, but medical science shows that the reality is far more flexible and natural than most people assume. Human anatomy is not built with fixed, rigid measurements for soft internal organs, and the vaginal canal is a clear example of this biological design. According to clinical research, the average vaginal depth in a resting state is generally around 2 to 5 inches, with many studies placing a common average near 3 to 4 inches. However, this number is not a fixed limit or a permanent size. It is simply a general measurement taken under specific conditions during medical observation. The vagina is a muscular and highly elastic structure. It is made of soft tissues that are capable of stretching, adapting, and returning to their normal state. In a relaxed condition, the vaginal walls are slightly folded inward, which naturally makes the measured depth appear smaller. This is completely normal and part of healthy anatomy. One of the most important things to understand is that the vagina is not a static space like a container with fixed dimensions. Instead, it is a dynamic canal that changes shape depending on the body's condition. This flexibility is essential for normal biological functions and overall reproductive health. Every individual has natural variation in their body structure, and vaginal depth is no exception. Factors such as genetics, age, hormonal levels, and general body composition can all influence minor differences. Because of this, there is no single perfect or exact measurement that applies to everyone. The vaginal canal is supported by layers of smooth muscle and connective tissue. These muscles work automatically without conscious control, allowing the body to adjust internally when needed. This automatic response system is part of the body's natural design and ensures safety and functionality. When the body changes state, the vaginal canal also adapts. In a more relaxed condition, the muscles soften, allowing slight changes in shape. This adaptability is one of the reasons the body can handle different natural processes efficiently and safely. Medical research also highlights that vaginal depth is not something that remains constant even in the same person. It can vary slightly depending on muscle tension, posture, and physiological state at a given time. This is why doctors always treat measurements as approximate ranges rather than fixed values. Hormonal factors also play a role in tissue flexibility and overall vaginal health. Throughout different stages of life, such as puberty, reproductive years, and later adulthood, the characteristics of vaginal tissue can naturally change. These changes are normal and part of human development. It is important to understand that medical measurements of vaginal depth are taken in controlled conditions. They are meant to provide general reference data, not to define strict biological limits. In real-life conditions, the body is much more dynamic and adaptable. Another key scientific point is elasticity. Elastic tissues are designed to stretch and return to their original form. The vagina contains a high level of elastic fibers, which allow it to expand when necessary and then return to its resting state without damage. This elasticity is essential for natural biological functions. The human body is designed in a way that prioritizes both protection and adaptability. The vaginal canal is a perfect example of this balance, as it must remain stable yet flexible at the same time. Doctors and medical experts emphasize that focusing too much on exact numbers can lead to misunderstanding. Instead, they focus on overall health, comfort, and normal function. A wide range of variation is considered completely normal in healthy individuals. It is also important to clarify that vaginal depth does not determine health, capability, or function on its own. It is simply one anatomical measurement among many, and it does not define the overall condition of the body. From a biological point of view, the vagina is designed to be responsive rather than fixed. This means it adjusts based on natural internal conditions, which is why it cannot be accurately described using a single permanent number. Understanding this helps clear many common myths and misconceptions. The human body is not uniform, and variation is not a sign of abnormality. In fact, variation is one of the key features of healthy human biology. In conclusion, vaginal depth should be understood as a flexible range influenced by natural biological factors rather than a fixed measurement. Science consistently shows that the body is adaptive, dynamic, and designed for variation rather than uniformity. If you want more science-based explanations like this, stay connected and continue exploring factual health information to better understand how the human body actually works.